Hello everyone. In this video, we will create user profile page. First, open your Gravatar file in config router B, and let's delete this line and write get users ID to users show. Okay. So for example, when you go to users 3. So our rail application will ask the router to match it to a controller action. Then the request is dispatched to users controller and show action with params. We have param ID is 3, something like this. And all of this rail does for you, so you don't have to do anything. Okay, and we have a shorter way to write is, let's comment this, and we're going to write like this: resource users only show. Okay, save it. So you might see that it's not really much shorter, but later when we use more controller action together, you see why this is a shorter way to write. So after rail, let's work on the controllers. Open app, controllers, and let's create a new file. Users controller.rb. Okay. Last, users controller application controller, and in depth show user equal user.find parents. Sorry, this is parents and ID. Yeah, something like this. Save it. So let me explain a bit about this. So open your terminal, and I open a new one in here, and let's type rail console. So the console command let you interact with your Rails application from the command line. So what we have previously is user.find params ID, something like this, right? So params here is the ID I just mentioned in the rail file. So like the previous example, the params ID here is 3. So we have user.find 3, and user here is the user model. Remember its role. The model is going to interact with the database. And when you run this command, it will translate to SQL query to select one user with ID 3. And here's you got the result. And that result will be stored in this variable, user variable. Next, let's create the view. But first, I want all page content to be wrapped inside a container. So let's change it in layout, application file. And in here, I want to wrap this inside a container. Div.container. And cut this, paste in here, tap inside, and save it, okay? And refresh. Yeah, we will be wrapped inside a container, okay? Now let's create a layout file for our profile page. So let's create a new folder, users, and new file, show.html.erb. Now let's write some HTML. div.row justify content empty center profile wrapper, and inside this we have 2 columns. One column is for text center, and another column is MD8. Okay, so inside here we have an image where users image, and width is 152, height is 152 pixel, and the class we're going to use is rail image. Alright, so inside here we have div.row, and in here we have a p tag. We print out username name only, name, and we gonna have another row that we're gonna print out user.email. Alright, save it. Let's see how things go. User 3. Oh, we have an error. So I think we have to check back the route. Oh yeah, this should be resource. Yeah. Alright, looking good. So I want to add another button here to edit profile. And let's type under username. I have a button. Edit profile. Class is btn ly dark common btn edit profile btn. Save it and refresh. Okay, so I want to add another button here. So when user click this button, it will pop up a dialog that it has several options you could click on. For example, like change password or log out. And in Bootstrap, they have such a thing called model. And something will work like this. You have a button you click on, and it shows you a pops up in here. Yeah, so let's copy it. Copy and paste it in here. This is down here. Paste it and tap. And I'm gonna remove this. Okay, this should be or spray setting, and this should be setting. Okay, and I'm gonna remove the model body and footer, and instead I will write list group text center. It has a very nice list item in there, and it's writes something like this. You have an a tag and class list group item list group item action, and so here we have an option is to change password, and I'm gonna add an option to log out, and I know it's in here. Let's copy this and paste it in here, and we're going to specify a class with class and copy this, paste it, and the final option we have is let's copy this and a cancel to close the dialog. And here we say data dismiss model and save it. Now let's see what we got. Yeah, we're gonna customize it later. Okay, so we have change password, we have log out, not so bad. Okay, right now let's fill the CSS. Open the access, style sheet, and application CSS, and let's write it. So first, let's write profile wrapper, heading 60, border bottom, on pixel solid, EF, and we have username, font size 32 pixel, line height 40 pixel, font weight 200, and we have email font size 16 pixel, font weight bold, and we have round image, border radius, 50%, and save it. Okay, now let's see what this part look like. Okay, not so bad. Now let's working on this button and this part as well. And here we have the common button, 28 pixel, light height 22 pixel, padding 0.24 pixel, border color db, font size 14 pixel, and working on the edit profile button. Again, top 5 pixel. Sao không biết là viết luôn gọi nhỉ? Again, 5 pixel, 15 pixel. Font weight bold. Alright, now let's see how this look like. Okay, that's not so bad. So finally, let's working on this button. Setting, or again, 7 pixel, 10 pixel. Well, color, transparent, background position, 25 pixel, 355 pixel. Height is equal with width is 24 pixel, and border none. And we have an option is setting hover cursor pointer. So when we hold the icon, we have a hand icon in that. So you might see that when we hover on this icon, the cursor is not changed at all. It should be like this. It should be changed to a hand icon like this. So let's refresh. Yeah, looking good. Okay, that's look good. So you might see that the image we got from Twitter is a little bit small, right? Open your developer console and click on this image. So you see that the image we got from Twitter is, we got a normal in here. But what if we remove this? Remove the normal. Yeah, it's look very big. This is the original image. So with a little bit of customize and this thing, we could make it bigger. So user.image.gsub exclamation mark and normal. So we're gonna replace the normal with a blank and save it. Now let's refresh. We did remove the normal string. Okay. So what if user don't have image? For example, they sign up by using email and password, not by using social account. So in that case, we'll use a service called Gravatar. Well, Gravatar is a free service that allows users to upload images and associate them with email address they control. So in order to do that, open your application helper. In helpers, application helper, and write in here. We're going to write a function here. dev avatar URL user and return user.image.gsub normal if user has image. If user does not have image, we're going to use Gravatar. Gravatar ID digest MD5 hex digest user.email.dowcase, and we're going to return this string. This link is the image. Gravatar.com avatar Gravatar ID.jpg, and in here we just need to call avatar URL user and save it. Alright, let's refresh. So here is nothing changed, but if we go to another user 4, so this user is registered using email and password. So this guy doesn't have image yet, doesn't have an avatar yet. So we use Gravatar to get this image. And the last thing to do is I want to update this. So when you click this button, you will go to your profile. And I'm going to customize this because it's so too big. So open your nav bar. It should be in share, nav bar, and in here I'm gonna add comment button. And in this profile, I'm gonna write something like this: link to profile user path current user class, this class, and this thing I will delete it, save it. Now let's see, yeah, it's smaller, good. When you click to this icon, you'll go to your profile page. So cool. So that's it for this video. See you next time.